Zinedine Zidane is reportedly among the potential candidates to take over from Ruben Amorim at Manchester United if he is sacked following another disappointing result this weekend. The pressure on the Portuguese manager intensified on Saturday after a 3-1 loss to Brentford. 2 first-half goals from Igor Thiago left United reeling from a sluggish start. Benjamin Sesko scored his maiden goal for the club before Bruno Fernandes failed to convert a penalty that would have equalized the match with just 15 minutes remaining. Matthias Jensen sealed the victory for Brentford, adding to Amorim's woes. Amorim's position at Old Trafford is again under scrutiny, as United languish in 14th place in the Premier League table with just 7 points. Reports suggest that Bournemouth's Andoni Iraola and Crystal Palace's Oliver Glasner are also on Ineos' shortlist, alongside Gareth Southgate, if they decide to part ways with Amorim. Zidane, who has been linked with a move to Manchester in the past, is claimed to be back in the frame. The former Real Madrid midfielder has been without a job since 2021, and has been associated with almost every top club vacancy since his departure from Los Blancos. However, convincing the Ballon d'Or winner to move to England could prove a significant challenge for United. The French national team position represents one of the most significant obstacles to a potential appointment to succeed Amorim. Didier Deschamps has held the reins since 2012, guiding Les Bleus to triumph in the 2018 World Cup, reaching the showpiece in 2022, and at Euro 2016. Deschamps has announced that he will relinquish the position after next summer's World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. France have won both qualifying matches thus far, and remain the overwhelming favorite to claim top spot in their group. French publication L'Equipe has reportedly that Zidane is poised to assume control as France's new manager following the World Cup. The 53-year-old has previously acknowledged that he would relish the opportunity to take the position that there's a coach in charge, there's a team, and you have to respect everything, and that's what we do, he told Marca. I've always respected football and the people, so it's not the right time. But when the time comes, it will be a great pleasure if the opportunity arises. I've put my career on hold for a while, but I fully feel like a coach. Whilst this means that Zidane remains available until the conclusion of the campaign, it's challenging to envisage both United and the former midfielder accepting a temporary arrangement for fewer than 12 months. Once again, Zinedine Zidane's name has cropped up in the intensifying conversation around who would be in line to become the next manager of Manchester United. This time it is Ruben Amorim who could find himself on the chopping block. The Portuguese coach took over at United less than 12 months ago, but has started his first full season in charge with 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 defeats. Amorim's side have also been eliminated from the Carabao Cup by Grimsby Town in the second round, plus failure to qualify for any European competitions for this campaign has only highlighted the importance of results in the league. The 53-year-old former World Cup winner as a player is currently without a manager's job, as has been the case since he left Real Madrid for a second time in 2021. And it is his record in the Spanish capital that make him such an attractive proposition for the next appointment at Old Trafford. During his first spell in charge at the Santiago Bernabéu between 2016 and 2018, Zidane finished with a 70% winning record. He won 9 of his trophies during this period, including his Champions League three-peat spanning 2016, 2017, and 2018. Real won finals against Atletico Madrid, Juventus, and Liverpool as the Frenchman became the only coach in history to win the competition that many times in succession. During his second stint with Los Blancos, Zidane then earned a 60% winning rate. He won 2 more trophies to take his grand total with the club to 11, and ultimately he went unbeaten across the 9 finals he contested. Overall, Zidane's winning record as Real manager across both spells in charge came to 66%. What's more, United supporters can revel in Zidane's personal record in the dugout against some of Europe's toughest opponents. During his time with Real, he never lost in 6 visits to Camp Nou, the home of major rivals Barcelona. He also never lost in 3 trips to cross-city rivals Atletico Madrid's new home, the Wanda Metropolitano. That said, it must be acknowledged the Frenchman was in the losing dugout for the club's final ever visit to Atleti's former home, the Vicente Calderón. That was a Champions League semi-final second leg meeting, and Real advanced to the final anyway. In visits to Germany with Real, Zidane went unbeaten in 2 visits each to Bayern Munich's Allianz Arena and Borussia Dortmund's Westfalenstadion. And elsewhere, Zidane's mastery of the toughest challenges included going without defeat on visits to Anfield to face Liverpool, Juventus Allianz Stadium, and the San Siro, where Inter Milan were his adversary. Zinedine Zidane is a name once again being bandied as a potential successor to Ruben Amorim at Manchester United. The Portuguese has had a rocky start to his first full Premier League season, managing just 1 win, 2 draws and 3 losses. Adding salt to the wound, his side was knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Grimsby Town in the second round and failed to secure a spot in any European competitions this season, underscoring the need for better league results. The noise around Amorim's future is growing louder. And if he were to be shown the door, Zidane could well emerge as an early favorite to take over. The 53-year-old Frenchman, who won the World Cup as a player, is currently without a club, having left Real Madrid for the second time in 2021. His impressive track record in the Spanish capital makes him a tantalizing prospect for the top job at Old Trafford. During his first stint at the helm of Los Blancos between 2016 and 2018, Zidane boasted a winning record of 70%. He bagged 9 trophies during this period, including an unprecedented hat-trick of Champions League titles in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Under Zidane's leadership, Real triumphed over Atletico Madrid, Juventus, and Liverpool in the finals, making him the only coach in history to win Europe's premier club competition 3 times on the trot. During his second tenure with Los Blancos, Zidane boasted a 60% win rate, bagging 2 more trophies to bring his total haul with the club to 11. Impressively, he remained undefeated in all 9 finals he contested. Overall, Zidane's winning record as Real manager across both stints at the helm stood at an impressive 66%, reports the Manchester Evening News. Moreover, United fans can take delight in Zidane's personal record against some of Europe's toughest teams. During his time with Real, he never tasted defeat in 6 visits to Camp Nou, the home of arch-rivals Barcelona. He remained unbeaten in 3 trips to cross-city rivals Atletico Madrid's new home, the Wanda Metropolitano. However, it's worth noting that the Frenchman was on the losing side during the club's final visit to Atleti's former home, the Vicente Calderón. That was a Champions League semi-final second-leg clash, but Real still progressed to the final. In visits to Germany with Real, Zidane went unbeaten in 2 trips each to Bayern Munich's Allianz Arena and Borussia Dortmund's Westfalenstadion. Furthermore, Zidane's mastery of the toughest challenges included remaining undefeated on visits to Anfield to face Liverpool, Juventus Allianz Stadium, and the San Siro, where Inter Milan were his opponents. The 53-year-old boasts an impressive honors list as a manager, winning 2 La Liga titles, 3 Champions League titles, 2 Club World Cups and 2 Supercopa de España. Zinedine Zidane is interested in becoming the new coach of Manchester United. Former France international Emmanuel Petit has previously claimed that Zinedine Zidane would need demands to be met before taking charge of Manchester United. The Champions League winning head coach has been mentioned in the conversation to replace Ruben Amorim as pressure mounts. United failed to make it back-to-back wins as they failed to build on last weekend's triumph over Chelsea, with Brentford running out 3-1 winners on Saturday. 2 first-half strikes from Igor Thiago gave the visitors a mountain to climb following a slow start in the capital. Benjamin Sesko reduced the arrears, netting his first for the club, before Bruno Fernandes squandered a golden opportunity from the spot to level proceedings 15 minutes from time. Matthias Jensen rounded off the scoring deep into stoppage to compound a miserable afternoon for the traveling United contingent. It leaves United in 14th on 7 points as Keith Andrews' side leapfrogged them with their triumph. Amorim continues to face speculation over an exit after failing to arrest their inconsistency and poor form. It has led to Zidane being linked with the post, but should a decision be taken, they will have to coax the former Real Madrid head coach in from the cold. Zidane has not been in the dugout since 2021 after leaving Los Blancos for a second time. In order to do so, Petit, one of his former teammates, says demands will have to be met. Honestly, I know a little bit, Zidane, and he needs to get guarantees if he wants to sign over there in Manchester United, Petit said in 2024. At the moment, the environment at Manchester United for years has not been good. The stability of the bench, The level of the players as well. The expectation of the club is not the same that it used to be. United is still a huge club, but not on the pitch anymore. And Zizou is very conscious and very careful about that, the quality of the players. He added. Could he manage to overturn the situation over there? I think the only answer is yes. But at the moment, when you look at the team, I'm not convinced at all about the level of some players. So if I am Zizou, I think it will be very easy, actually, to answer this question of joining United. If I don't speak English on top of it, that will be more problems in terms of communication in the dressing room. If he takes the job at Manchester United, that means he's got solutions. At the moment, I'm not sure a lot of people have the solution to turn the situation at Manchester United. Does he want to leave the sunny days of Madrid? His life is in Madrid. He is dedicated to Madrid. France star Emmanuel Petit has previously suggested that Zinedine Zidane would require certain conditions to be fulfilled before he'd consider taking the reins at Manchester United. The Champions League winning gaffer's name has been thrown into the hat as a potential replacement for Ruben Amorim. As the pressure continues to mount, United were unable to secure consecutive victories, failing to capitalize on their recent win over Chelsea, with Brentford emerging as 3-1 victors on Saturday. A brace from Igor Thiago in the first half left the visitors with a steep hill to climb after a sluggish start in